Hi children and viewers. In this video, I am going to explain one more interesting and complicated phenomena, that is the scattering of light. Scattering of light. So what is meant by scattering of light? And why the sky appears as sometimes in blue color, sometimes in red color and sometimes in white color? What are the reasons behind those things? So we are going to discuss that. So children, here what is meant by scattering of light? So children, I clearly explained in previous videos. I think so you also learned about the Tyndall effect. What is meant by Tyndall effect? So when the light is passes through the particles, the particle will scatters the light. Then the path of the light is visible. That should be what we call Tyndall effect. So on that time we know that is the scattering of light. When the light is passes through a particular place or particular medium, then the particles will scatters the light. Then the path of the light should be visible. That should be what we call Tyndall effect. Like that, here also same thing. To understand the Tyndall effect, one general example is there. Here, when outside our home we are not finding any sunlight, but when the same sunlight is coming through our windows into our house, then you can find the stream of the particles. For example, here this is our window. Here outside some sunlight is there. Outside our home we are not finding any sunlight. That means sunlight is there, but it is not visible to our eye. But when the same sunlight that should be coming through our windows, we will find some path of the light in our home. Path of sunlight. Because when outside the home, the light should be like parallel beam of light. Parallel beam of light, that's why it is invisible to us. The path of the light is invisible to us. When the same light is coming through the windows, we can feel that the light is coming like that path. So that is nothing but scattering of light. So children, here in this case scattering of light is here. That should be clearly explained in our textbook. So I am going to explain same thing here. Children, scattering of light means when certain amount of energy or the energy of certain frequency that should be incident on any molecule or any atom of the atmosphere, then the atom should be absorbs the energy and that should be vibrated. During the vibration, some part of the energy should be emitted, re-emitted. That phenomena is known as commonly scattering of light. When certain amount of frequency of light is incident on the molecule or atom, then the molecule or atom should be absorbs the energy, and due to the absorption of energy the molecule becomes unstable, and due to that will make some vibrations. During that vibrations the energy should be again re-emitted. That phenomena is called scattering of light. Scattering of light. So here you have to observe scattering of light should be depend upon the size of the particle or size of the molecules. That means the size of the atom is comparable to the wavelength of light that should be incident on the molecule. So when it is comparable, then only the energy can absorb. Got my point? Here the size of the molecule should be comparable to the wavelength. That means when certain frequency, it should be absorbs only that particular frequency only. That should be not access remaining colors, remaining frequency of light. So here the size of the atom should be comparable to the amount of light that should be incident on that one. When it is comparable, then only the size of the atom should be, or the particular atom or molecule should be absorbs the energy. Clear? So children, to understand that, here one diagram is there. So children, this is the atom here. This is the atom. So children, the sunlight is falling like this. So here it is shown in form of electromagnetic wave. This is what? Electromagnetic wave. So when the particular wavelength of light should be incident on the atom, this is the atom, clear? On that atom it should be incident. Then that particular atom is absorbs the energy. Then here we are showing some circles, dotted circles in this diagram. That particular circle should represent the emission of light, emission of different frequencies. So here we are showing that these are the arrow marks shows that means simply the emitted frequencies that should be in spreads in all directions. Spreads in all directions. That phenomena is what we call scattering of light. When sunlight is falling on the atom will absorb the energy, and again that should be going to be vibrate. During the vibration of the atom, the energy is re-emitted. The re-emission of energy should be takes place. That phenomena what we call scattering of light. So and children here, so this is the center of the scattering of molecule. Center of the scattering. Center of scattering. So here center of scattering means the frequencies which are released. So by that particular molecule will be there, that molecule will be acts as the center of the scattering. Center of the scattering. Okay children. Here once here what you have to say, we have to know that one principle children here, C is equals to nu lambda. C is equals to nu lambda. C is their velocity of light and nu is the frequency and lambda is the wavelength. Children, C is constant here. Nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. So that means here nu and frequency and wavelength both are inversely proportional. Both are in inversely proportional. Both are in inversely proportional. When frequency is more, higher frequency has lesser wavelength. Lesser wavelength has. So here inversely proportional. When frequency is more, wavelength is less. When frequency is less, wavelength is more. Clear? Frequency is more, then wavelength is less. When wavelength is less, that should be more. Both are inversely proportional. So during the explanation of dispersion of light, I clearly explained. So here generally 7 colors are we will discuss V, G, R. Here electromagnetic spectrum also consists of 7 colors. The sunlight what we are getting through a sun, if it is captured on the particular spectrum, that should be having again 7 colors. All these colors should be like this here: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So children, here in this case we will consider blue and red. Blue and we are taking the comparison between blue and red. So in VIBGYOR colors already we know that what is that? Red has maximum wavelength. Maximum wavelength. So that's why it is having minimum frequency. Yes. Here among these colors, red has maximum wavelength and it is having minimum frequency, and red is having scattering also less or minimum. So red color is scattering is very less. Angle of scatter of red color is less and frequency also less, but wavelength is more. So that means we will go for red to violet. What I have to say? Wavelength is decreases. Wavelength is decreases and angle of scatter is increases. Clear children? For red color, what I am telling, maximum wavelength is there, minimum frequency available, and angle of scattering also less. But we can go for blue color. Compared to red, that should be having minimum wavelength, and high frequency or more frequency, and angle of scatter also more. Angle of scattering also more. Clear? So we have to remember this one. Nu is proportional to 1 by lambda. Clear children? So in this case children, so here what I told you, the sky appears sometimes blue. What's the reason behind that? What's the reason behind that? First you have to know about that. Why the sky appears in blue color sometimes? For reason that in our atmosphere we have so many gases. mainly we will consider nitrogen and oxygen, because the concentration of nitrogen is more and after that oxygen also more. So the molecules of the nitrogen and oxygen in the atmosphere. Clear? So along with them we have some dust particles are there and water molecules also there, water vapor molecules are there. Clear? So here when the sky appears blue color means here size of atom is compared to the wavelength of particular color or frequency of particular color. Size of the atom is compared to the wavelength of color. That is the main thing here. Size of atom is compared to the wavelength of the color. Clear, children? So in this case, if size is small, molecule size is small, then the molecule or atom can scatter the high frequency of blue color. High frequency of blue color. So when size of the N2 and O2 are compared to the wavelength of the blue color or frequency of the blue color, then the molecule can act as the center of scattering for blue color. The molecule can be acts as center of scattering for blue color. So simply what you have to say, that will scatters blue color and the blue color will reaches our eye. Clear? And after that, children, here you have to know that one more reason. The first reason is what? Size of the atom is compared to the wavelength of the color. When the size of the N2O2 molecules are compared to the blue color, then the molecule will act as the center of scattering. Center of scattering, that means that it will emit only blue color. That's why the sky appears in blue color. And we have another reason also there, children. You have to take that, for example, this is what I am telling, this is now here. For example, we are taking, this is the incident light, and this is the atom. And now this is what? Emitted light. Clear? So if you can take, this is the now angle theta. Simply, children, this is the sunlight that will incident on the one particular atom. After absorption of energy, again the atom should be re-emitted in light. That's why here this is the scattered light. So this is what? Incident light. And this is what? Scattered light. So here, if you can, there is no scattering, the light will move in this direction. If there is no scattering, the light will be moves in this direction. Clear? Now this theta is the angle of scattering. Clear, children? So when this angle of scattering is equals to the 90 degrees. Clear? When the angle of scattering is 90 degrees, then almost all the sky appears in blue color. When the size of the N2O2 molecules are compared to the blue color wavelength, and size of the N2O2 is small, that's why that will scatters only blue color. They are not able to scatter the up to red color. Just they have some potential or they should be having some capability to scatter only blue color. That's why here what we will find? We will find that sky should be in blue color. And when the angle of scatter is almost all 90 degrees, we can see the sky should be like this. Actually, the light should be coming like this. It is the parallel beam of light. So when the light is scattered in 90 degrees, then if you can see the sky like this in upward direction, almost all the sky should be in blue color. When you can change the angle of visualization, then blue colors also appears in different manner. Clear? So this is the reason why the sky appears to be in blue color. The first thing is what? The size of N2O2 are very small, they are compared to the wavelength of the blue color. The blue color will be scattered more. That's why here simply the sky should be in blue color, and when the angle of scattering also 90 degrees, then also what we say, the sky should be in blue color. And next thing, second point children, if anybody can ask you how the sky should be appears in white color. Sky should be appears in white color during the hot summer. During the hot summer you have to check. So here white, the color of sky should be in white color when hot summer days. Hot summer days. Then children, again same thing, in this case size of N2, size of O2 or size of water vapor molecules, size of water vapor molecules should be more, and that should be compared to the high wavelengths. Clear? In the case of blue color, size of the atom is less, that should be compared to the blue color, and now in this case size of the N2 O2 molecules are very high. They are in big size. When they are in big size, they should be scatters the all colors. That we should be scatter the all colors of frequencies except blue color. Except blue color, remaining all colors should be scattered. That's why all the colors will be reaches our eye. Then we can feel that the sky should be in white color. So children, on the time of dispersion of light, I told you what's that? Here, when white light is passes through the prism, the white light is splits into a number of colors, UGR colors. The white light is splits into the 7 colors, UGR colors. Clear? Again, if you can combine these 7 colors, what you get? White color. Yes, like that. That's why when the size of the molecule of N2O2 is compared to the more wavelengths, or simply I am saying in simply manner, the size of N2O2 is high. Like water molecule, the size of water molecule is compared to the remaining small N2O2s. Why? Because here when the size of the molecule is more, when the light is incident on the molecule, that should be absorbs the more energy. When size of the molecule is less, it will absorb the less amount of energy, and in that only some part of energy is again emitted. Like that, when size of the molecule is more, that will absorb the more amount of energy, and that should be re-emitted the more amount of energy. That's why once the size of the molecule is more, that will re-emit all. In this case, except blue color, it will re-emit the all the colors. That's why we can feel that the sky should be in white color. This is the reason. If anybody can ask you what you have to say, the size of the N2 molecule is more, that's why they can scatter the all the frequencies of colors except blue color. That's why we will reach all the colors will reach our eye. That's why you can feel that the sky should be in white color. And third children, third one, what is that? In case of third one, during the sunrise and sunset, during the sunrise and sunset, why the sky appears in red color or yellow color, maximum red color? Why it is appears in red color? What's the reason for that? So what's the reason for that? Means during the sunrise and sunset, the light must be moves for a long distance. The light must be moves for a long distance. That means the color must be having more wavelength and less frequency. More wavelength and less frequency. So children, during sunrise and sunset also, in the atmosphere there are so many particles, so many abundant particles are there. So in that N2, O2, dust particles, liquid molecules, so many are there. So in those molecules, the molecules will absorb the energy and they can re-emit all the frequencies. That means they scatter all the colors. But remaining all colors are vanishes before reaching our eye. That means during the sunrise and sunset, the molecule will emits the or all scatters the all colors, but in those colors only one red color will be reaches our eye. That's why we can feel that the sky should be in red color. Sky should be in red color. So what about the remaining colors means simply the remaining colors are vanished before they are reaches our eye. That's why we can feel that we can see that the sky should be in red color and during the sunrise and sunset. So this is a very simple topic, children, but you have to understand that it is very complicated. But the simple phenomenon is what it is, that light is falling when the size of the, because sunlight is there, sunlight it is the electromagnetic wave. When the light is incident on the any suitable size of the atom will absorb the light, and when it is absorbed it becomes unstable. Due to that, again that should be vibrated. When it is vibrated, in some of the part of the absorbed energy that should be re-emitted in all directions. That phenomena what we are saying, scattering of light. The scattering of light is mainly depend upon the size of the atom or size of the molecule. When the size of the molecule is less, that will scatters the high frequency of color like blue color. Clear? When size of the molecule is more, that will scatters the all the colors, and in that during the hot summer time except blue color remaining all are scattered, and during the sunrise and sunset all are scattered, but only the red color will reaches our eye. That's why you can feel that the sky should be in red color. So children, so this is simply about the scattering of light. I hope you understand. If you can understand this one, like, share, comment the video. We will meet in the next video with some other interesting topic. Bye. Take care.